Got a little Kiwi music in the background. That's coming from the television. That shows you how guerrilla this Twitch stream is. Good afternoon. Is it afternoon? No, it's still morning. It is still morning. Jeez. I got a lot done this morning. I won't lie. I got a lot done this morning. And I've got plenty more to do before things get started. Now, this is kind of cool. I'm noticing oh, look. What great timing.
Do you need some help?
No, I don't. I'm just getting started. Twitch mom's here. Twitch daughter's hanging out. And yes, I have COVID here. So if anybody has any complaints about that, yes, I've got the massive COVID here.
Hey,
good morning. Good morning, Yes Bucket. Yes, Bucket, I'm glad you're in chat. I have a very important question. What pronouns do you use? If you don't feel comfortable saying in chat, that's fine. Go ahead and whisper them to me. But I blame the heat. because I went for a run today. I went for a run today at 7 a.m. and it was soupy. It was soupy doopy outside, and so I am. Oh,
Like a little rice bucket.
I was gonna say, is this a new mask?
No, don't put it in.
This is a rice bucket.
It's you steam. It's a steamer for sticky rice.
Oh, it's a steamer.
Sticky
Okay.
rice, and it's Teflon. So
We're not using this.
sorry,
we're not using this. Go ahead.
No, I just thought you'd like it.
Yeah, I do. Okay.
I'm gonna go wash my hands
Wash
because
that.
I've been outside.
Watch that. Okay. What are we making today from the cookbook? So, as many of you know, I am working my way, not purposely. It's just been like that. But I've been working my way through this cookbook. This is Trejo's Tacos from Danny Trejo himself. You see the cover right there in the lower corner. It is a legit cookbook, and it is legit good. Tonight is Titan Taco Tuesday, and for this go round, we are actually doing something brand spanking new. We are making horchata from scratch, and that's going to be one of the three. That's going to be one of the three things that we're going to be making from today's recipes, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to this. So, what exactly is horchata? If you've never heard of it,
We already just found
yeah,
out
we
about
just
it.
found out about it ourselves. So there you go. This is actually from the cookbook. So here we go. The rich and sweet cinnamon-flavored rice drink horchata is like dessert in a glass. A lot of the horchata you buy in stores and restaurants is sweetened with corn syrup. Ours gets most of its sweetness from sugary dates grown in the desert. When you store this in the refrigerator, it will separate, so just stir it before serving. You need to start this a day in advance of serving. All right. So there we go.
Well, you need to start making it. We started. Making it.
We actually started making it. So I'm going to start off first by starting with the ingredients. The ingredients for this is you need 1.5 pounds of these. These are medjool dates. Okay, that's the first thing you need to work with is medjool dates. You're going to need a pound of rice, which is rice. Oh, we have wooden utensils.
If you want a spoon.
Yeah, thank you,
have a
thank you,
spoon.
darling. We need a 1/2 cup of sugar. We need a cinnamon stick. So I've got my cinnamon sticks here. And I need a zest of a lemon. I'm going to go over lemon zest during this process. And then 6 cups of unsweetened almond milk. I'm trying to remember, is our almond milk unsweetened?
I'll take it out and have a look.
Well, let's find out.
Let's find out.
Let's find
I
out.
don't think it was
It
purposefully.
is unsweetened.
Huzzah!
Huzzah! Way to go, past T and Pip.
It's like you did that on purpose, but we did not.
Hola, Panic. How are you? Panic, did you get my DM on Twitter? I want to make sure you got my DM and you saw the book titles that I recommended. Don't ever feel like you can't reach out and ask me questions like that. In fact, I'm glad you did. So I appreciate you asking. Feel free to ask either in chat, ask on DMs, ask in whispers. Oh, good. You got those. Great. All right. So the first thing you have to do is get 1.5 pounds of medjool dates. Now, if you've never seen what medjool dates look like, they're very tasty. That's a date. Not the kind of date where you're going to be picking up the check, but that's a date. Matter of fact, ayo, that's Juniper. Thanks for coming in here, Juniper Sky. I appreciate that, Juniper Sky. Good to see you. In fact, if you want some geek history, remember in the very first Indiana Jones Raiders of the Lost Ark, the thing that the guy poisons, and the monkey gets them, the spider monkey eats them before. In a minute. In a minute.
You don't need all of those.
In a minute. Wow. And she says she's the mother. She's got. Don't interrupt my flow. I'm getting there. If you wait, I will give you a date.
Ooh.
Okay?
Ooh.
As I was saying, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones. The thing the guy poisons, which right now sounds like a great idea, are dates. Now these are different dates. These are dates that have actually been dried. But the question is, how do you pit a date? You're going to need one of these, all right? One of these, and of course you're going to need a date. And it's real simple. Just cut until you feel the date. Go all the way around. Now I'm going to want you to notice the skin looks a little papery, a little weathery. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. And then you're going to part it open. Now sometimes there might be a stem here, something you might have to remove, like that right there. But there's the date pit. Right? There's your date pit. Once the date pit is done, that's one. Okay? That's the process for pitting a date. All right? Pretty easy. But if you were curious, that's what you do. Now, something else to know about when you're pitting dates. These things, especially these dried dates, they are sticky. I describe it as like if caramel was in a fruit, it would be a date. Is a date considered a fruit?
Yeah, it's a fruit.
Yeah. So a couple things you need to know about dates. One, it's like caramel in a fruit. And they're really, really good. And they're very, very sweet. Darling, would you like a date?
Yo necesito.
This was a good idea at the time. I swear to God, Chad.
Just give me the date. Oh,
Mike, the potatoes are nomage. Yes, there's gonna be nomage. It's. Would you say it's baklava sticky?
It's very sticky.
I think it's more caramel sticky than baklava. Baklava is very oily.
It's more like a caramelly.
It's like a caramel, very sugary, but it's all natural.
It's sugary.
Now,
it's caramelly. It's sticky. It's goody.
Would you like the other one? Would you like the other half? So, here's another reason why.
They're great in sticky date puddings.
Now, I'm going to show you two things that have a lot in common with one another.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, darling. There's the date. There's the date. And then there's this. These two things have a lot in common with each other.
What's that?
Fiber.
Yes, you should warn people.
The thing to know about dates is that if you are making this dish and you are casually eating some of the, nomming on some of the dates that you've been pitting, I got some bad news for you. In about I don't know, half an hour tops, your bowels are going to be like, we are purging. Please proceed to the nearest restroom, lest you soil your linens. It is.
Plus side, if you're constipated.
Oh, if you're constipated, these things are TNT right here.
These fix you right up.
These things are the nuclear option.
No more than 3.
No more than 3 should you. Well, you're younger.
You're younger.
You have less body space to go through. It's true, you do. But anyway, so if you're wondering, well, what does 1.5 pounds of dates look like? Well, right now they are filling this bowl. They basically came up to the top of this bowl, and it took me just under 20 minutes to pit these. Now, as I was saying earlier, when you're pitting these things, it's like handling, it's like glass. I know, Chavez, I know. Back off, Chavez. He's on me about using knives on glass surfaces.
Tell me you put pineapple on pizza too.
We put pineapple on pizza too. So, okay. Going back to the dates. Now, these dates, when you pit them, here's the thing that you, I love dates. Don't get me wrong, Bucket. I absolutely love dates, but they're just like, if you're backed up, these things are better than Pepto-Bismol or.
Yeah, they're more natural.
They're more natural. They're more natural than any kind of laxative that's out there. This is nature's laxative, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole too much. Pardon the fun. These medjool dates, right? Mike, do not encourage him. Don't mix dates and coffee. Very good, Nerd Dragon. I would have never thought about doing that.
Do it.
Would you stop? Going back to the medjool dates. The other things you need to know about the medjool dates when you're pitting your dates. Okay, when you're pitting your dates, the thing you need to know too is that it's not only going to make the knife itself sticky. When you peel them, pull that out, pull out the pit, it's eventually going to get on the handle. So on occasion, you're going to want to go on ahead. You're going to want to wash your hands. You're going to want to wash the knife as well. just so that you can make sure that that everything is unsticky. Is that a word? Unsticky? Non-sticky? Non-sticky free.
Not sticky.
It's not sticky. It's something like that. All right.
Words. We know good.
Words. This is why writers need editors, because we word really well. Okay. You get a pound and a half of these, and you put them in a bowl like this, and then you pour water over them. Not hot water, not cold water. You just go ahead and just put, it can be lukewarm. It shouldn't be like super cold. But what you're going to do is you're going to put this, you're going to cover these in water, and it will look something like this, because you have to leave them overnight. And this is what the whole mixture is going to look like. So you pit them, you cover them in water, and then you cover it, and you leave these up overnight. Okay. Okay. So right now, Mike the Potato, Chavez, and Panic all want to start a GoFundMe to get us all safe cutting boards that are not glass.
We have a cutting board.
But you won't let me use wood and fluid and things like that.
We got a plastic one right there.
We got a plastic one.
They don't want plastic?
I don't think they want plastic either. Chain Nerd with the host. Thank you very much, Gus. I do appreciate it.
Oh, they want what?
I don't know what they want. Honey, why don't you do a stream and find out what they want? I'm here to make horchata.
Hey, if you
And now you understand why I do Philippa's Freaky Friday. Okay, going back to this. So you cover these in water, and then you let these soak overnight. That's the important thing. You just let these soak overnight, and you notice that they have now pretty much swollen to something somewhat obscene. The good news is I'm not going to make any obscene jokes because they've already been made in this household by me and my wife. So that's the first thing you do is you let these soak overnight. Now while you're letting these soak overnight, the other bit of this particular recipe, this date sweet horchata, there's a lot of prep in this. You do this the day before, right? And then once you do that, you also do this. You take the rice, the 1 pound of rice, which is a lot of rice. You take 1 pound of rice, and then you use 4 cups of hot water. The water does not have to be boiling. The water does not have to be boiling, nor does the water have to be super hot. It can just be hot straight out of the tap. And what you do is you go in ahead and you put in 1 pound of water, and you put pound of water. You put in 1 pound of rice and 4 cups of hot water, and you let this soak. It doesn't have to be covered, but you let this soak at room temperature for 2 hours, which is what we did this morning. All right. So again, we'll quick review of the prep. The dates, those are overnight, so you got to do this the day before. The rice, you do 2 hours. So overnight, 2 hours, right? All right, I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to consult the great book. Okay, I need the zest of a lemon for this. Now, obviously this is a lemon. But the question is, what is the zest of a lemon? How do you zest a lemon? Well, you get one of these, okay? And oh, look at that. Don't panic with 100 bits cheered. Thank you very much for that. I do appreciate that. And pip pip hooray, hashtag pip love in chat. Don't encourage me. Don't encourage.
Sorry.
But this is what is called a zester. It looks like a peeler, but you notice, and I'm going to hold it up here to this camera. You'll notice that it has these little holes right here. It's not going to focus properly, is it? Not quite. But you get the idea. These holes, check Twitter DM. Okay, thank you, Chavez. But here's something I want you to note. You'll notice that this zester is at a slight angle. You want to take that angle, and you want to press it into your lemon. Okay. Once you press it into the lemon, you're just going to drag across like this.
The nice thing about that is it leaves the white behind. The white is what you don't want.
Right.
That's the bitter bit.
And what you're doing is you're basically cleaning the lemon.
Oh, that's what that is.
And this is what lemon zest is.
You can also use the, there's another bit on the side if you want bigger pieces. I don't know, maybe
You mean this one right here?
Yeah, maybe if you want to make a G&T.
Well, yeah, if you want to make a gin and tonic, that's a different one altogether.
That
But
smells so good.
But we're doing we're using the fine lemon zest over here, and what you do is you're going to go all the way around. Now, understanding the quality of a stream, you'll note I've done a little more work on this already because very much in the mindset of Julia Child, I actually did the first half.
I prepared earlier.
Make sure you save the liver. And
give me a shot of whiskey.
give me a shot of whiskey with that. Did I happen to tell you that with this zester, I took out 3 Nazi spies, little buggers? All right.
She would.
She would. She was a badass. Julia Child was an absolute badass. She is featured, by the way, chat. Julia Child is featured in the Spy Museum. If you go into the Spy Museum, there is a tribute to her, and you see her on her barracks. Julia Child, Master Chef, Master Spy.
Do not mess with people who know how to use knives. That's all I'm saying.
I think one of the best knife stories. I bet my favorite knife story comes from Lord of the Rings. It's this moment. If you remember in the Two Towers, there's a scene where who did Brad Dourif? No, yeah, it was Brad Dourif. He played Wormtongue.
Wormtongue.
Wormtongue is on the he's on the roof. Would you like to help out any other way, honey? He's on the roof with. I'm telling you right now. Have 5. Enjoy yourselves.
No,
ladies.
not
That's
having
what I thought.
5.
That's what I thought. So Wormtail is about to stab Saruman. Is it Saruman or Saruman? What? Basically, Christopher Lee.
Don't make your Gandalf.
Yeah, Saruman, right? So he's about to stab. Wormtail's about to stab him, and Peter Jackson gives a little bit of direction. He goes, well, I want you to make this sound, and Christopher Lee stops. And this, Christopher Lee's in his 90s at this point. He goes, that's not the sound of, that's not a sound you make when you get stabbed. And apparently, all action just stopped. What people didn't realize that Sir Christopher Lee, is former SAS. And he was describing to everybody the sound that you make when you're stabbed in the back. And apparently Peter Jackson was like, okay, Chris, that's cool. Do it your way. And that was the end of it.
You're the expert.
You're the expert, Chris. I love that story. I love that story. I don't remember what it stands for, but it's basically British Special Forces. It is where Bear Grylls trains. And yes, you too can see T. Morris as Bear Grylls here on Man vs. Child.
No!
Yep. It's a command. I made the command. Enjoy, everyone.
No! Why?
Oh, now you're just encouraging me to go look.
Because I'm Twitch. Because I'm Twitch Dad. Because I'm Twitch Dad. What do you mean it doesn't? Are you serious?
Good!
Hang on, let me check.
SAS Special Air Service. Special Air Service.
Mike,
Who dares wins. That's what the thing's called.
you might have to check that because it's coming up on mine just fine. It's coming up on mine just fine. So I will, nerd. You bet I will, guys. I'm gonna turn that off for just a bit. Okay, so right now this is what your lemon zest should look like. You can also do a search, by the way, Mike. You can also do a search for T. Morris, Man versus Child. You'll find it there.
Stop!
But this is the this is what the zest of one lemon should look like. All right. And then after you got that, here's what you do. You basically we drain the soaked dates and we put them in a stock pot. The stock pot is currently on the stove right now. So let's go ahead. Let's drain these. Oh man, do I really want to drain? Do I really want to drain this? That's a beautiful looking water. Here, I'll save just in case.
What does it look like?
It looks like dates. Very sweet too. Or it's incredibly gross, one or the other. But I'm just going to save that and set it aside just in case. All right. So we've drained the.
Can I see what the water looks like?
It looks like that.
That looks tasty.
I'm curious about what the date water. I want to see if the date water smells like anything. Nope. No scent. Wait. Oh no, it does have a slight scent.
Let me.
It's like has a slight scent. All right, going back to this.
Ooh, it smells good.
I found the cutting board. Chavez apparently found the cutting board that we need on the on our and he wants me to put it on my Amazon wish list, so that reasons I'll do it.
What's it made? Ask what it's made out of.
What is it made out of? What is it made out of, Chavez? You're a sub, so you should be able to put the link in chat. You have to get ready for work. I had to get a small promotion to phlebotomy, but I'm nervous to learn. Got to get used to stabbing folks. No problem. All right. So let's see. So I've got the dates. Got my lemon zest. I need to go ahead and add to this stock pot the dates. 3 cups of room temperature water, sugar, the cinnamon stick. So we have 1 cinnamon stick, but I tend to indulge. I like to put in 2. I'm going to put in 2 cinnamon sticks. And then half a cup of sugar. All right.
Mom, you're putting this stuff out
Yes.
But 2, that's right, count them, 2 cinnamon sticks, guys.
Ooh.
2.
Ooh.
Swear to life, my kids. 2. So, Chad, if you're looking for something good to watch on Netflix, I gotta recommend. Pip and I watched it's a 3-part documentary series called Fierce City, New York versus the Mob versus New York, and it is amazeballs good. It is really, really good. All right. So we got our half cup of sugar, got our dates, we got our cinnamon sticks, we got our zest, and we're gonna add all this into the stock pot. So the zest. Cinnamon stick, sugar, yep. All right, so first, the dates. All right. 2 cinnamon sticks, lemon zest, and sugar. And I need to bring it to a boil. Just going to add a little bit, bless you, just gonna add a little bit of this date water because it looks a little low. And I'm supposed to bring that to a boil. And while I wait for that to come to a boil, remove the pot from the heat. Well, after it starts to boil, and I have to stir until the sugar dissolves. Then I transfer the rice and its soaking water to a blender and blend until smooth. That's something else I've noticed about this particular recipe, chat. You're going to be using your blender or a food processor a lot because you have to basically create purees. And that's usually how purees are created, is by doing that.
Oh, it's wrong.
I won't lie, chat. This mix actually is looking pretty good. All right, I'm gonna let that boil or get to a boil. Chavez, if you really want to get me something, don't get me a cutting board. Get me a bigger kitchen. I need a bigger kitchen. I need a kitchen renovation, man. I need a kitchen renovation like you wouldn't believe, buddy. All right. Tell me what it's made on. I can put it on this list right now. If you look, did you just join, honey? Because if you just joined, yeah. Chavez, Pip just joined chat. So if you wouldn't mind putting in chat one more time, she will make sure it gets put
Yes,
on
I
the
got
list.
you. Okay.
Wait, you got it?
Yeah, you can.
All right, great. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to go on ahead. I'm going to pan the camera up here.
Holy shitolis, it's $61 for a board? Man, I got a TJ Maxx.
All right, I want that to be documented, Chavez. That's not me saying that. It's her. $60 I'm okay with.
I will put it on your list, though.
All right. It could be a gift.
It could be.
It could be. But your best friend at this stage of the game is going to be a blender or a food processor. Now you might notice I've also got some. Wait a minute. You might notice I've also got some other stuff set out here that doesn't look quite horchata related, like olive oil and stuff like that. That's because we are planning to do a little more than just horchata today. I'm also planning to make some pico de gallo, and I'm also going to be doing some lime crema today. So we're going to take a look at that as well. All right, so we're here, right? We're here at the blender, and this is as far as the blender's power cord can reach. So this is where I'm gonna do my blendering. Oh, and it just happens to be in camera, so that's cool. You can also adjust this accordingly. Great. Meanwhile, that's boiling over there, so I just got to keep an eye on that. Transfer the rice and the soaking water to a blender. Blend until smooth. Strain the puree through a fine mesh sieve into a large bowl to make rice. So we basically take this, and we take all of it. We take all of it. I know, that's what she said. Pour it all in here. All right. And by the way, everybody, today's spatula is brought to you by No Kid Hungry. That's right, No Kid Hungry, where we spread love. There you go. I really like this spatula. This spatula is really nice. All right, yes. Whoa. So I got to ask Chavez. I know you said that your nationality is something of a cornucopia of various cultures. But I got to ask Chavez, have you ever made horchata, or have you ever had horchata? Like I said, Pip and I had never even tried horchata until just last week, and we found out that we loved it. All right. I'm going to rinse this out. This is going to be where this puree goes in here. Meanwhile, I'm going to give this a quick stir. Okay, that looks like the... Oh my God, that smells good. All right. I'm going to make the bold assumption that the sugar has dissolved. I'm going to take this off the heat. This is for tonight. My drinking tankard. So you basically, after you get it to a boil, and you make sure that the sugar is dissolved, and it has, I'm going to go ahead and put this here. Basically, take it off the heat. Now, taking it off the heat and turning the burner off, that's not the same thing. Just real FYI, that is not the same thing. You want to make sure that it is off the heat, because when you turn off the burner is still hot. It's still active. So just a quick little aside there. Just make sure that when you take it off the heat, you take it completely off the heat. And now, as you can see, it's cooling over there. And yep, remove the pot from the heat. Okay. Now we're gonna make the puree. Oh, Gus says Pip. Oh wait, he sees you in chat. Never mind.
Yes.
All right.
I'm not.
and we've just made this into a puree. Now, the knives. Chavez and I had this conversation on.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah.
I'm going to add a couple to your list. Pretty nice.
And Chavez, I got to give credit where credit's due. I got to give credit where credit's due. It's this cookbook. I have completely upped my game because of Trejo's Tacos, and so far we have not had any stinkers. So we're kind of looking forward to this. But let's go on ahead and now what I need to do is I need to take a fine mesh strainer or is it pronounced sieve or sieve?
So, it's a sieve. It's a sieve.
So, all right. So it's a fine mesh sieve, and we're basically going to run this through here. Okay. All right. Oop, I'm losing some. Oh, damn it. All right. Let's try from this end.
I'm putting a couple of knives in this. Putting a utility knife and a magnet. Hey, your birthday's coming.
I hear you. I hear you, darling. Are you saying you want me to up my game even more? Is that what you're saying, baby? Well, guess what, baby? We just made rice milk. Because this is how you make rice milk, apparently, chat. You basically... The thing that bums me out, though, is that I've got all this rice, I guess rice goo, and I'm not at that point of cooking yet where I can look at this rice goo and go, okay, what can I do with this? I'm sure there's something I can do with it, chat.
Just press it firmly to get as much out of the rice as possible.
So now I'm...
Firmly grasped it.
So now I am milking the rice cows at work. A little bit of spillage, but I think we got most of it. I'm pretty sure we got most of it. See, this is when I feel like I'll be I'll ascend in cooking when I can figure. Yeah, like people are saying rice patties or porridge. Rice pudding. I bet you could use red bean paste and make some tasty sweet rice balls. Oh, that does sound good. Got to go to the international market for that. Got to go to the international market for that. But there you go. But this is how you make rice milk. This is basically how you make rice milk. You let this soak for 2 hours at room temperature. You then make it into a puree, and then you strain it. Now we're going to be doing this again with the date mixture, because it says I need to remove the cinnamon stick and lemon peel from the date mixture. Put the date mixture in the blender, puree until smooth, strain it, and we let the mixture cool at room temperature, and then that's how you make the horchata. Now, while we're letting the mix cool, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make some other stuff. But right now, I'm just going to set this aside.
Put the rice back in the bowl and you took it out of it. Just leave it for a second. Maybe we can think of something to do.
All right. I just want to make sure I'm putting all this stuff in places that have perfectly good. That everything has a surface. I don't want anything slipping off. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this is going to be part of the... What?
Rice pudding con leche. Horchata arroz con leche.
Ooh.
It's a rice pudding made from the rice left over from making horchata. These little puddings are unbelievably creamy and rich.
That might have to be another stream. That actually sounds really good, though. I'm not a big rice pudding fan, but after that,
You mix it with condensed milk.
oh, it is going to be rich. Well, now, if you make those pickled radishes, Gus, again, you should do this. I don't know if you've ever done a cooking stream before, but they are wicked fun. I love doing cooking streams. All right. So now that we've cleaned out now that we've cleaned that out, we clean this out. And I also give this a rinse. And as I wait for this to clean out, I do want to give a quick shout out to No Kid Hungry. If you remember earlier, back in wow, is it really back in April? Back in April, I did a charity stream for No Kid Hungry. These folks are at nokidhungry.org, and what they do is they make sure that kids who are reliant on school meals get fed during the summer. And when COVID-19 shut down schools across the country, they had to scramble and try to make sure that these kids were still getting fed. So they've been pulling double duty. And because of the $5,000 that you helped me raise, they made me a stream ambassador. And one of the things they gave me was this very cool spatula. And this Spread Love is designed by Sky Jackson. And this is really cool. I'm very proud to be a stream ambassador for them. So I need to make sure I give those folks a shout out and try to figure out when I'm going to stream for them again, because it was really a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun doing that.
Oh, you can freeze the leftover rice.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, then I guess we'll be doing that. One of the funnier stories to come out of the No Kid Hungry charity, though, and I know for some reason I think Chavez will get a kick out of this because he loves bad inappropriate humor. There was I was very lucky to have the director of streaming and one of their social media managers running with me. I was actually running them through Destiny, and I asked him. I said, "Have you ever had a streamer raise money for you, but playing a game that you really knew was just absolutely inappropriate?" And Carla was like, "I can't remember the name of the game, but yeah, someone was saying that they were going to do a stream for us and that they were going to do this stuff." And I was really excited. And then I saw the game they were playing. It involved people in a garage or an abandoned warehouse, and they were being chased by a serial killer. And I said, "Was it Dead by Daylight?" And she's like, "That's the one." And oh man, all three of us just lost it. Was that when the Kit Club showed up? No. No, Nerd Dragon. The Kit Club showed up when I was raising money for Able Gamers with Steve Saylor. Now, there's a funny story about that, too. Before I get to the next part of this, if you remember, Nerd Dragon, I called Steve Saylor to tell him about the Kit Club and Markiplier and all that, correct? What we didn't know was when we called him, he was at Naughty Dog Studios, and he was doing consulting and working with accessibility features for the upcoming Last of Us Part 2. And so Steve could not have been a happier camper that day, because not only did we smash our goal of $500, but on top of that, Steve was consulting at Naughty Dog that day. So that was a good day for Steve Saylor. All right. Let's see here. Remove the cinnamon stick and lemon peel from the date mixture. That's going to be fun. Put the date mixture in the blender and puree until smooth. Strain the date puree through the sieve in the bowl containing the strained rice water. Let the mixture cool to room temperature. So basically, it's all going into the same bowl. So we're bringing this back into the scene. Never made rice milk before. Kind of cool. All right. Okay. So I let this cool to room temp. I'll let everything cool to room temperature. Then I add almond milk. Got it. Okay. This is gonna be the funny thing is it says that the horchata is going to last for roughly 3 days. Yeah.
You'll be lucky to survive the day.
It'll be lucky if it lasts for 3 hours, in my opinion. When we find out that this recipe is just as good as everything else in Trejo's Tacos. I'm not kidding, chat. I'm not getting any kind of kickback from Danny Trejo. I wish I was. I wish I could talk to Danny Trejo, because let me tell you something. Trejo's Tacos is a game changer for me. I feel like my cooking game has upped so hard since working with this cookbook. It's a fantastic cookbook. All right, so this mixture, I need to fish out. I need to fish out the cinnamon sticks. All right, there's cinnamon stick number 1. That is not a cinnamon stick.
Big boy.
Ooh, but wow. I can. Is that the cinnamon stick? I can't tell if that's a cinnamon stick or not, Chet, or if that's skin. That is skin.
Crunchy.
And you know what? I won't lie, Chat. It's really hard to look for the cinnamon stick when your glasses keep fogging up. All right. Still pretty hot. Should I have this on glass, honey? This pot can still put nothing in.
Or I thought I wouldn't.
I'm sure Chavez is like, this is a good time, T. Pitch that thing. Pitch that plate. By the way, Chavez, when you left, I was real close to that daily goal for fire team damage on the Predator. So I went back in on my own. I solo queued, and I actually got the last run I made. I got over 20. What was it? I got over 1,400 damage on the Predator. So I was pretty pleased with myself. Pip, can you come over here and help me? I can't find this damn stick. I put in 2 sticks. I did.
How many sticks have you found?
1. Here, you stir. I'm gonna get a man. It's great for the pores. Woo! And it smells good. But all right, here's what I'm gonna do.
Get that. No, don't
No,
do that.
I'm gonna scoop this out and put it in here.
I was going to grab the stick.
Right, but I'm gonna scoop this out and put it in here. All right.
Okay. Oh, it looks like stew.
I know, it looks like date stew. I don't see it in there. Oh, wait. Maybe?
Smells delicious.
You see it in there?
No, I don't see it in there. Oh, hold on. Get that out of there. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Give me that. It's chunky, that's why.
It's out on my sex tape.
It's chunky.
It's chunky. I think stew should just be friend. No dates. All right. I am not even going to bother trying to find the. I'm not even going to bother trying to get the lemon peel out. This way lies
Lemon
madness.
peel? Lemon peel?
They want me to take the lemon peel out.
You sure you put 2 in there?
I did put 2 in there. Well, if it gets blended, what's the worst that could happen? I mean,
It'll be disgusting.
wait, is that it right there?
Yes!
Huzzah!
That's it.
We found it. Why are there bones?
There are bones in here.
Oh my God.
Cinnamon stick. Basically bark.
Would you mind getting it out of there? All right.
Goodbye, cinnamon stick. And don't overfill it. Do it a couple of.
Yeah.
You do not want this to
No, I
overflow.
do not want this to overflow. So I think I'm going to do it in 2 waves.
So you blend it, and then what's the next step?
That's what we're about to find out. Okay, so we blend it. Ah, this is the angry blender. Oh my God, look at that.
I can't give her any more cartons. I'm just gonna blow.
If you give it much of blue.
Okay.
Thank you for this look into my life. All right.
Hey, I helped you with the cinnamon stick. Well, what do you want?
Don't want to eat the cinnamon stick? No.
I want to eat it.
Stop
No,
it.
It's bark
It's
of
bark,
a tree.
basically. It's bark off a tree.
Yum.
All right. Put the date mixture in a blender. Puree until smooth. Strain the date puree through this sieve in the bowl containing the strained rice water.
Okay, so there's the
basically-
water.
So we're basically combining both.
Okay. That is wet.
I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't want them to get in your power pack. Let me just wipe that down.
Okay.
Oh, that's when you get your wooden spoon into it.
Yeah.
Your wooden spoon behind.
Oh, I got this.
Oh yeah, you can do that. You're going to have to hold it above the rice.
Is anything coming out?
Yes, there is. Definitely is.
All right. So
A
this is
little elbow grease required here.
yeah. This is where you gotta. I wonder if you can do anything with this. You oh come on, you got to be able to do something with this,
No.
like date pudding or something like that.
No, I think most of it is actually going to go through. You just need to work on it.
You basically got to work through this. You've got to.
Want some help? You get tired.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, it smells fantastic though. Oh,
So
and the
now
other thing you can do, yeah,
what?
just do this, because there's stuff gathering on the bottom there.
Ah, okay.
So you just want to clear that so that you get more of a drip through. Enough. And then you can get back into it.
This is a team effort here, chat. It's a team effort.
It's because the team wants to drink it.
The team wants to drink it, exactly.
What?
This is the horchata.
Yeah.
I presume that you want to drink some of it.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
that's-
so am I gonna do this? Because it doesn't say. Basically, all it says is, strain the date puree through the sieve into the bowl containing the strained water.
you can
That's all
really
it's-
push it down in there.
All right. Title of her sex tape.
Bruh.
No. No. Just really mush it against it. See, look.
All right. Point me.
So put some ginger into it.
Some ginger.
Oh, no, don't ginger. And see, now look at the bottom. You can see that.
And
it's
then-
come- yeah, you
yeah.
can scrape. See, look, got all this lovely stuff over here coming through. No, you don't need to put it in there. You can go in there. You can just let it go in there because it's been strained.
Yeah.
I just imagine all the abuelas making this, and they probably make it without thinking about it. They're like,
Yeah.
get up, make some horchata.
Meanwhile, the abuelos are going, "Where my horchata? Hija." No, that's not. That's daughter. Abuela, ¿dónde está mi horchata?
Yo necesito beber una horchata.
Mi cerveza. Ooh.
It's a little early in the mañana for that.
Yeah, no, no kidding. All right, it's starting to come out now.
Yeah. Let me scrape everything. Ooh! Yeah.
Oop.
You got a little on the side there.
Get any
It's
on?
warm caramel, basically.
Hang on a minute. I want to
No,
try.
don't do that! Why?
I want to try some of this.
No!
Wow.
No.
I think what I want to do is I want to put this back in there. And no, I can put this back in there. There's still more in here.
Oh, yes, but
That tastes really familiar in my opinion.
I don't know why you're doing that, but okay.
Here, do me a favor. Rinse that out.
No,
Would you,
stop!
would you, Ah! Would you let me do this?
Don't rinse it out because you've got all the stuff at the bottom that you...
Well, would you chill? Man.
I'm not rinsing it out until you've got that stuff off there.
All right.
That's all the good stuff.
I had a plan. You're not helping.
You had 12% of a plan.
I had way more than 12% of a plan.
You only had 12%
All right.
of a
Rinse
plan.
that out. I still got this in here. Man.
Well, you were about to take the stuff that
No,
you just...
I wasn't.
You were about to take the
I
stuff
was
that-
not.
You were.
The stuff that's gone through the sieve is the good stuff. You don't need to wash it out.
All right.
All right, there we go.
Okay. That is the last of it that's in here.
That's all of it?
That's all of it that's in here. Now,
Oh,
I
okay.
need to make some more.
Let me get this out of your way. Hold on.
That's the thing. It sounds very solid right here, which is why I'm going to.
Oh my god! I wish I wish it was smell-o-vision.
Oh yeah, I wish I could. Now I'm just going to make a judgment call. I'm going to pour a little bit of this date water in here.
Which horchata are we going to end up with? I'm just wondering.
He's saying it's going to. He's All right, you two. Let's knock it off. You keep it up. I'm going to talk about the thirsty pink picture that is currently on your.
No, it's not. There's
What?
a dare.
She's got a thirsty picture as her lock screen.
There's a dare.
Yeah.
Thirsty picture of what?
It was a dare.
Some dude's abs.
It was a dare.
All right.
Smells so good.
Now bring that back over here.
I don't know how much room you've got there. I mean, it's quite a bit of room
We're
there.
going to find out.
Okay, put some in
We're going to
there.
find out. Put it here, please.
Oh, put that there.
Okay.
Put it in there. The water level's so high.
Right. Okay.
Don't do the whole thing. Like that.
Okay.
It smells so delicious. It really does smell cinnamony.
Yeah. So right now, this horchata chat, it actually looks really good. It looks like horchata. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a really good sign.
We liked horchata when we tried
It looks a lot better than my bit rate. I'll tell you that right now. I'm looking at my bit rate here. Look at that. It's going up and down. Okay.
Ooh.
But yeah, there's a lot happening here. There's a lot happening here.
I'm sure there's probably I don't know, maybe there's a...
No, I don't think there is an easier way to do this, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I got it. Twitch mom to the rescue, everybody.
I smelled it and I was
Horchata rice buns. Ooh. But see, I mean, we've never made horchata before, so this is a great,
one step at a time.
one step at a time there. One step at a time there, Nerd Dragon. This is pretty. I will say this: it's an amazing process.
Ooh. Glop.
Glop. And again, this recipe is in Trejos Tacos. You see the book cover there.
Look at that. Unctuous.
No, it's not. The chop is real. The chop is real, Chavez. I think it's just my laptop trying to keep up. It's my laptop trying to keep up. Before I got laid off, the original plan was to replace this this computer with another, and that unfortunately had to get tabled. Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, when you scrape it off, look at that.
Wow.
It really comes off. Put a little bit more in there if you want.
All right. Spatula it out. Whew.
It's heavy actually as well.
Yeah. That's a
This is
workout.
like a bit of a
Chat.
workout on this. Part of me wonders if this is one of those things where the grannies get like a big like a piece of muslin cloth and put it in and then just leave it to drip all day.
Oh, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, like kind of that gravity fed. Just let it do its thing while you do something else, kind of. But us being gringos.
Us being the Diablo de Blancos that we are.
It's coming through though.
It is coming through.
I mean, when you stir it, look at that. It's like, ooh, it's got a beautiful. It's almost like a chocolate milk color.
Nerd Dragon says it's like cheese making, which I would agree. It's got that kind of cheese. It's almost got it, but you can see how the date how the this is what I meant by the did you need a break, huh? You doing all right?
All right. It's kind
This is supposed to be my stream, but I kind of like it.
I'm mushing it.
I kind of like it that Twitch Mom is here. I like it that my Twitch Mom's here.
Yeah, stop yelling at me. Ah! Look, I'm concentrating on the horchata.
This was my stream when I started. I swear to God.
But I like to help out
Yeah.
and make commentary.
Yeah, and yes, you do. All right, so
Ooh,
stir
look
that
at
all
that
together.
color. It looks like a
Oh,
chocolate
my God.
milk. You want to get the last little bit of goodness out there?
Well, first I want to and then we'll do the final look at it. And while it cools off, chat, we'll make the other stuff. And I will say this is the most complicated thing that we're making today. So, in a nutshell, what you've got to remember about horchata is you've got to it's not something you just automatically say, hey, let's do this. You've got to
be prepared to.
Got to let the dates soak overnight. And also, again,
you
chat,
give it a scratch.
if you want to get that little extra flavor, there's the date water right there. And I saved that aside. We poured a little bit in here.
Put some rum in it.
Put some rum in it and let's go.
Oh, but bear in mind that's going to have the same laxative properties as the actual dates.
Why is the rum gone? Why am I always going?
Give it a scrape at the bottom because it's got a lot on the front edge towards me. Yeah.
I feel like I'm shaving it.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh. And if anybody's curious about the music that we're listening to, this is from the Great New Zealand Songbook.
Full of great New Zealand songs.
Little Kiwiana for you.
Wow.
We're making Mexican food. We're making Mexican food while listening to Kiwiana music.
Oh.
I know, I saw it.
Really squeeze it out there because that's all the. Does that mean horchata's a laxative? I'm just wondering.
I hope not.
I suppose it's probably watered down a little bit by the rice milk.
Thank you, Chavez. Chavez just said the stream got 10 times better when the Twitch Mom took over. You're just playing nice with her so that she'll replace my kitchen gear. I see what you're doing there. Farrell says hi, Mom.
Hey, Farrell.
And hello, Farrell. How are you?
Need some pressure?
I think we've gotten as much.
You can always squeeze a bit more out.
That's the New Zealand way. Squeeze a bit more out there,
I'm
mate.
trying to think. There's a baking dish that I make where you really have to press it through a sieve, and it's I get it down to the point where it's like almost dry because you've got all the wet stuff.
I'm gonna make it stop. Push it. Push it.
Okay, you hold it. I push because it's.
Push it. I push it real good.
Push it against the side. And then you get like a little.
Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby.
We've almost got it out completely. Just one more couple of. The color. Can they see the color of this in the camera?
Yes, they can. You can see the preview there.
Okay.
But yeah, my stream is my What's weird is I'm not sure why my interwebs is suddenly deciding to act up the way it is.
Or Twitch or anything doing anything.
Yeah, the only thing that's happening right now is I'm streaming the music, which isn't that big of a deal.
Okay, I think that's probably.
That's gonna be it.
Just gonna scrape the last of it off it because look at that good stuff there.
Yep. Okay. Got it?
I got it. Let me just.
Okay.
I'll take it away. No.
Take it away. I will stir it up a bit.
There you go.
All right. I'll move that.
That's pretty much most.
The end result is this, and you can see it. It does. It almost has a chocolate milk kind of texture to it. And there is a
Clean your sieve immediately as well.
yes. Clean your sieve and your blender immediately
Well, especially your sieve because it really gets stuck in there.
because it's going to
You're
get.
never going to get it out. Don't need it
But as
dry.
you can see, this is This is not the final product, though. This is not the final product. We still got to let this cool a bit. And while we let it cool, we're going to go on ahead and we're going to make some more stuff.
So what's the next step with this?
So, chat, did you have any questions about what we've done up to this point with the horchata? Any horchata stories out there? So it would still be a laxative, but it would be dramatically watered down. So sharing is good.
So don't drink the whole thing by yourself.
Yeah, don't chug this on a dare. I would not chug this on a dare.
I would.
Of course you would. Of course you would.
All right. So is that done? We're putting it aside.
This
for a little
part
bit?
of it is done, and we let this cool to room temperature.
Put it
So
over
we're gonna put it over here.
here. Need this?
For the is it clean?
It's clean.
Yeah, for the pico de gallo maybe. Yeah.
You need the sugar still, or can I put it away?
Let me double check.
I am tempted to put this, make this into
Why not?
a rice pudding.
Look, that's a pound of rice.
Yeah.
A pound of rice.
You don't want to waste anything, especially
Yeah.
in this day and age.
No, you don't. All right, so let's just see here. Now, in the recipe book, they do talk about. Wow, my bit rate's now in the red. I'm wondering if I should stop and start again. If it doesn't improve, chat, let me give it a few seconds and I'll wait. I'll see if it really has a problem. I'll go ahead and stop the stream and restart, which would be a disappointment. Mexican place I used to go to got a horchata and a sweet tea. If I felt awful letting the waitress know that the sweet tea had been made with salt. That was a rough drink. Horchata was fantastic, though. There you go. All right. First time in my life. I don't think I need the blender. I don't think I need the blender for anything. I think I just need to do some. I think I'm just going to need elbow grease for the other recipes. Just a heads up, Pip. I think we're going to need these more of these wipes.
There's some under the
Oh, cool. Okay.
smaller.
Those whites, man. They're like gold.
Well, like gold. That and TP.
Wow, no, actually,
Yeah, the gold the TP standard dropped a bit. Come on. Right itself. There we go. Has the stream righted itself, chat, or is it still kind of herky-jerky? If it's herky-jerky, yeah, I'm seeing it right now. It has moments of fluidity, and then it gets all herky-jerky, and then more moments of fluidity, and then herky-jerky. All right. Tell you what, chat, since we're in between, I'm going to go on ahead. I'm going to stop. I'll restart the computer and see if that fixes the issue. All right. Man, my bit rate's everywhere. All right. Can't think of anything else I can do here. Yeah. Be right back, chat. Okay. Thanks for hanging tight. I'll give this one more start. Be right back, everybody.